Hi. Apologies in advance for the camera phone video and the crap microphone quality. I'm next to a window which is next to a road, so it's going to pick up a lot of noise. But I just wanted to capture this idea I've got for remembering what settings are on my Toraiz Squid. It's got five. It's got five controller encoders, and you can't label them, unfortunately. So this is what I've devised using my smartphone and a Google app called Google Keep. That's where I'm gonna save the settings. Anyway, so what I do is go to camera. This is my floor setup, right? So I've got this thing called a Make Pro Audio Dyno Park, and it's got all the creamware synths in, and it's got no control. So they're fully controlled by MIDI CC and NRPN. And obviously I'm trying to control it with my Squid here. So when I've got a project here for the first DSP synth, which is called Minimax. If I open that, open recent Minimax, that sort of puts us here. Now what I'm doing is I'm using one of 15 tracks to send different encoders. So all of the 16 tracks are sending on USB channel 1. So I can have my note patterns in one, and I've got 15 other tracks that could all have sort of different lengths and control different encoders. But obviously the problem is when you go to, so you're on track 1, which is called one setup. When you go to CC, you've just got CC1, CC2. You don't necessarily, well, you won't probably remember what they are. You can look them up, but then you won't know what CCs correspond to what parameter. So this is what I've done. If I go to track 1 setup, I can put my camera over it, and it will recognise that there's text. Sorry, that wasn't a very steady hand. No. See if it'll let me do that. If I say select all, and I just want that bit at the bottom, copy. So I could have just typed this in, but this is in case you've got a long track name or whatever. If I go to Google Keep, search, if I paste in that track name, okay, it didn't do it, but let's try and have a go. It does do it. You just need to get your camera in the right place and hold it steady. That's better. Go to Keep. Oh, it's it thinks it's high setup. Right. Let's assume you don't use characters that it doesn't detect. Right. So I can go 1 setup, and I can see here that this track has got volume cut off, blah blah blah, and that's handy. So if I was to go to track 2, go back to my camera, and I wanted to see what was in there. Oh, very good. I detected that better. go. One set up 2. So I can see that the second track has got these parameters. And perhaps don't use ones because they get confused with eyes. And what I'm also doing, I'm tagging them all with the name of the project. So it's hashtag Minimax. So I can go to my tags and I can see all of the setups for Minimax. Or they're also tagged with Squid. So I can go to Squid and I can see them all that way. Yeah, so you probably wouldn't have to use Google Keep. I think there's probably a way to do it with the native Apple Notes app. I just happen to like Google Keep. Yeah, there you go. So hopefully that's useful to somebody. Cheers.